right, so now for some more horror in space. We're having the Aurora series. Aurora Darin is the initial one. Uh, you could definitely tell it's going to be a horror fest because the opening does give you a little bit of mystery of what happened to this particular science station. And then, like I would say, like half of book one, like almost two quarters of it, sets up the characters. What their normal level of job is supposed to be. Before all the bigger horrors kick in, because she wants to set up the characters' relationships to each other first, and then it starts to spiral out of control. And them on that science station. Well, that's just the beginning of it. Eventually, this whole series just wraps up to where it's like a big old invasion eventually happens. But, it definitely has all the precursors to what you want to see in space horror. Um, the biggest thing for me, for any, even if it is horror or whatever genre or setting or wheelhouse, you have to have characters that are likable. So yeah, there's a good mix to the group, and there is some tension between the men and women that would be very realistic on a like, say, like if you're on a submarine, or because again, you put men and women together, stuff happens. Um, so in with that angle, she does have some tension along those lines, because initially the actual ship that they're on, going out into deep space it was an all male crew, and they're not used to having women brought in even as support or additional, like in a combat capacity. Because right now the leaders of this thing give the excuse, like, oh, it's a test run or something like that. So fairly interesting setup all around. It hit all the right wheelhouses for me in terms of kind of like a space horror aspect to it. But it's not like over the top gratuitous or anything. It's more like a sense of foreboding initially, and then it spirals out into like a bigger overall world setup. So have a good day, everybody.